Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the Clark Network. This is the Ryan A. Clark Show. Please like, share, and subscribe. In this video, I wanted to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. They currently have the Eastern Conference's longest win streak at 7 and won 5 straight with James Harden. And I got to ask the question, what do you guys think? Do you think the Cavaliers are legit, I would say, NBA Finals contenders? Let's go that far first. Are they NBA Finals contenders? Can they win the East? I'm starting to believe that they can. I know. Sounds crazy. I know because it's Harden and it's the Cavs. Two, I guess you would say I don't say people, but two that haven't really shown themselves in the postseason, especially recently. I mean, I like how they look right now. Of course, I would say that if they got to the second round, they would have to see Detroit. But I mean, they're division rivals, and upsets do happen. And Pistons are still kind of new to this winning thing. So I mean, it's not far fetched to say that they can do it, but I have some confidence in them. I like the way they're playing right now. I think with Harden, and that's another thing with Harden that I'm curious about when the conversation is going to start. I know going into his career, and I'm sorry, this is just a little. I'm still talking about the Cavs. But I just want to highlight Harden for a second. I know that early in his career he was labeled as a shooting guard, and yes, he's an all-time great shooting guard. But when are we gonna start talking about him being an all-time great point guard? Because he's been a point guard for, I would say, some time now, but nobody really brings him up in all-time point guard conversations. So I'm curious, why is that? Why do people still try to hold him as a shooting guard when he hasn't been one for a long time? And his resume as a point guard is pretty good. I'm just curious if anybody got him there. I'm just curious about that one. But back to the Cavaliers, what I think watching him recently, he's been spreading the ball around. That's something Garland could do, but I think Garland kind of got more offensive based and focused more on shooting, which is fine because the team did need scoring. And I think Harden is more of that kind of guard that gets the guys going. I'm seeing more passes to Allen, who I wasn't looking for in the beginning. So it was something that I was checking for, and it does look like they're playing great right now. He's kind of meshing in well. Mitchell doesn't have to do so much playmaking. He can go back to just focusing on scoring. And Harden is doing what he's supposed to do. He's spreading the ball around. He's kicking the shooters, putting Mitchell in good spots where he don't got to do so much ISO ball moving. It's the James Harden effect. And I know a lot of people don't like Harden. Clearly, I'm a Harden guy, so I'm just watching it and observing it, and I'm thinking, I think they can do it. Right now, if the playoffs were to start right now, they would get Toronto. I think they can take Toronto. And that second round, though, is where I would say is the pause because, like I said, you got Detroit, who's playing great. And I think Cade Cunningham, I'll say it. I think Cade Cunningham's MVP right now. I was hesitant about it, but I think he is, man. That's another video for another day. But I think right now Detroit's playing really good. I just think, I think what comes with some teams winning, you do got to lose sometimes. And right now, the Pistons haven't won a series in, I couldn't even remember. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head right now. Well, last time, maybe the mid 2000s, they won a series. But I think they still got some ways to go to learn how to win. And I think Cleveland's been knocking on the door for a long time. And I think, since the LeBron era, of course, still trying to get themselves going. So I do think the Cavs are kind of headed in the right direction to make a run. I can see the finals. I can see that. But right now, I can definitely see them winning the East. It can happen. Boston looks great, but again, playoffs will show some matchups, and that's when stuff will get highlighted. And I don't know if Boston has the amount of players who know how to win to actually beat the Cavaliers. I know Jaylen Brown is obviously going to be Jaylen Brown, but you do have Donovan Mitchell to kind of offset him. And also with the Knicks, I think I think they're kind of similar. The Cavs and Knicks, they're kind of led the same. They have a lot of athletic wing bodies. I think, of course, the guard matchup again, Mitchell and Brunson, but they really don't have anyone to offset Harden when he can erupt for 40 points or he can go for a double double. I just don't think those teams of and Detroit and Boston and the Knicks have what the Cavs have, which is depth. They do have it. I'm not saying those teams don't have depth at all, but I think the Cavaliers have a good balance of height and depth that I don't think the other teams have. I do think Detroit do have, they have the new bad boys. They have Duran and Stewart, but like I said, it's kind of new. And I think the Cavs have more bodies who are more versatile, and they kind of stretch the floor. Mobley can hit mid ranges. Allen is still around the basket, but again, he's not bad, and he's a defensive guy. So I think the Cavaliers match up with the top teams, and I think they might be the wild card or the sneaky wild card team that can get to the finals. And bad luck, I wouldn't say bad luck, I'm sorry, but I guess you could say that maybe underperforming does happen when it gets to the playoffs with them, especially Harden. Trust me, I'm a fan of him, but I know the rumors and I've seen it. Trust me, I'm a Sixers fan. I've seen it. I've seen the collapses. So I'm telling you, I think the Cavs can do it. If I was looking at the sneaky team of the East going into right now towards the ending stretch of the season, I would give it to the Cavs. They're playing really good right now. Winners of 7 straight. And let me know what you guys think. Do you think the Cavaliers can get to the conference finals? Do you see them as a second round exit? Where do you see the Cavaliers right now? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good one.